Hello and welcome to Downtime Fun. Today is going to be another interesting DIY project, the spin box. I've been looking forward to making this since getting my first DIY kit from Karakuri. For anyone not familiar with Karakuri, they are a group of expert wooden puzzle and art makers, and they also produce work kits like this for enthusiasts to build their own puzzle boxes. And in the process, learning the mechanisms along the way. I will leave a link in the description below if you are interested to check them out. The title of the video may already have given you some clues about the mechanism. For the experienced puzzlers, I think you already know what I'm talking about. This mechanism is actually applied in many puzzles, a few in the Karakuri boxes and the Hanayama puzzles as well. This video is already my 5th in the DIY series. If you have not seen the previous ones, I will put a link up on top of the screen so you can watch them. I still have a few kits to build, so if you don't want to miss out any upcoming videos, please check the subscribe button now and get notified. Anyway, let's see how we can build out our spinning puzzle, shall we? This is how the finished product looks like, clean and simple looking, only subtle clues on how to take it apart. Similar to the other DIY kit sets by Karakuri, I have never managed to open the cellophane wrap without breaking it. Never mind. Once opened, we see a pack of materials and a nicely printed instructions manual, fully color printed. Then I opened it in the packing and I'm surprised how much materials are packed in this kit. I think this kit has the most individual pieces amongst the ones I've made previously, all laid out so easily accessible. And there are these metal pole-like things. And that's about it. Let's start with the first step. The first step has to do with this cross-like piece. No idea what its purpose is at the moment, but we will find out soon enough. I think it has to be stuck on this square piece, which is basically the same size and the edges are flush. This time I applied a little too much glue, so the cross piece glides around a little bit, but I think it should be fine when the glue is dry. Yep. Next up is building the inner core, and 3 out of the 4 walls are of the same height, with the remaining one being a little bit shorter. Then there are the grooves in the 2 walls which should be facing each other and for the lid to slide into it. After making sure it fits on the base, I start to apply glue and stick them together one by one. After the frame is done, I can stick it on the base as well to complete the inner core. The finished inner core looks really good. Not sure why, but the walls look very smooth and refined even if they are made out of simple plywood. Once the inner box is made, we can try to slide the lid into the grooves. No problems at all. I took it out again because there may be still some glue around the edges which are not dry, and I don't want the lid to be stuck into the grooves. To complete the lid, there are 4 small cubes which will be used as a handle at the top. The 4 cubes are made out of 2 different types of woods. Some looks like wenge and some 2 pear colored like wood. I have decided to follow the sample images and arranged them alternately. First I assembled the 4 blocks and stick them together into one unit before adhering it onto the lid for easier alignment, like so. Perfect. After the handle is finished, let's move on to the outer shell of the puzzle, where the exciting mechanism is contained. But before getting into the mechanism, we need to first build the frame, which is the basic 4 walls of the base. Once done, we can start to assemble the inner workings. But first we have to stick all the walls together with the pretty grain facing outwards. Actually, making DIY projects makes me feel very relaxed and in my own world, so I really enjoy not only the understanding the mechanism but also the building process itself. Again, the completed outer core shell looks really nice, very smooth and looks great. Now remember the 4 pieces of wood which looks like the burr pieces? This is the step which they will come into play. First I will place the pieces into the outer shell without glue to understand how they should be positioned, as there are small gaps between each piece and I just want to make sure they are snugly aligned to the walls. After confirming the placement, I took them all out and glued them in one by one. This sort of symmetrical pattern looks really nice as well. And I think this is one of the most enjoyable builds from the Karakuri DIY kit sets that I have tried. Then it is time for the 4 little metal poles, which fits perfectly into the slots in the burr-like pieces which we just stuck on. Before closing the mechanism up, I will quickly show the locking mechanism in operation for a behind the scenes view. First I have to place the cross piece I built in the first step in the middle to make the whole thing work. As you can see, when we tilt the puzzle to reset it, the metal poles will slide into the corners of the centerpiece, which stops the cross to fall out. Imagine these are covered by these pieces of wood, and this will in turn stop the poles, and then it will stop the cross piece to be removed. To move all the poles outward in order to remove the cross piece, all we have to do is to give the box a spin like so, and with the centrifugal force all the poles will move outwards towards the walls. After seeing the mechanism in action and uncovered, I will now glue the covers on carefully, making sure the glue will not overflow to the metal poles. Once done, the cross piece can be placed in the middle, and then finally we can glue the inner box onto the cross. This has to be done very carefully, and otherwise the cross may be stuck on the sides and the whole mechanism will not work. So I'll apply a few dots as suggested by the instructions manual. Afterwards, we just place the inner core inside and apply some pressure to make sure the inner box is flush against the cross. Let me quickly show you the mechanism in its final form. As you can see, the metal poles are cleverly contained within by some cutouts in the wood pieces. Then tilting the box, the pairs in parallel will move in tandem like this. When the bottom pole moves inside, the top pole moves out to stop the box from unlocking. This is the same as the other 2 pieces on the horizontal axis. So the only way to move all the poles out of the way is by spinning it. Then the box can be fully taken apart. The whole construction of the box is very elegant and clever. So simple, yet it is very effective. It's not a new or novel mechanism. As I've mentioned earlier, it has been applied to many puzzles, but making it by myself just felt that much better. So this is all done and we can start packing up. Now on to the section where I will review the kit set. This kit set is an excellent demonstration of the classic mechanism. I cannot stress more that even though I have a basic understanding of the mechanism, building it myself makes me appreciate even more. The sense of satisfaction is another thing which cannot be achieved via solving a puzzle with the same mechanism. Again, the quality and tolerance of this kit set by Karakuri is excellent. As you can see here, the inner box glides smoothly into the outer shell and it feels so right and excellent. The handle on the top looks really good and the overall box feels very nice. This box can also be quite challenging for anyone not knowing the trick, so this can be a great puzzle for your friends and family, or it can be an icebreaker putting in your shelf. I have nothing but positive comments for this kit, and I highly recommend anyone or any puzzle enthusiast to grab this from the official website to build it yourself to fully understand and appreciate this classic mechanism. I really had a lot of fun building this kit and also solving it. I think I can fidget with it for a very long time without getting bored. I hope you enjoyed this video too. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see more DIY videos or puzzle related videos in that matter, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell now to make sure you see my next video. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about these kits, and I will answer them as much as possible. In the meantime, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!